As we wait for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, there are many possibilities as to where the story will go. With our heroes now on a completely different path thanks to Aerith, there could be a chance that things may go differently with the story plots, relationships, or even character deaths. Even though the developers have explained that the team will not change major key plot points of the story, it does leave us with an opening for them to tell us how the characters will get to those major key points. Before we get into the theory, however, this video is sponsored by VII. VII is a Japanese proxy site that allows you to buy anything from Japan and will ship it directly to you. VII has many partnerships with the biggest Japanese online stores such as Amazon Japan, Mercury, Rakuten, and more. I was able to get the statue of the Final Fantasy VII Remake version of Sephiroth through Amazon Japan, thanks to their browser extension which made it easier to purchase an item. So if you want to do what I did and buy something from Amazon Japan, they actually have a little extension that you can use on your browser. So when you head over to buy.jp, you can go over to Amazon, scroll all the way down, and there's 3 simple steps. Click add buy, head over to Amazon Japan, and let's say you want to get the same Final Fantasy VII Remake figure that I did, you can just click the little extension over here and say you want to add it to your cart. When you head over to your account on Buy, it will be in your account and you can just place the order and have it shipped to you directly. If you guys are interested in trying out Buy, I have a link in the description that will give you 1,000 yen for new users who sign up for new accounts on Buy. Thank you to Buy for sponsoring this video. Now that the Arbiters of Fate are destroyed, there are many ways that the story can take for a disturbing turn. One character in particular I believe who will benefit from these changes is Sephiroth. It's pretty clear to understand that our heroes are aiming to defeat Sephiroth before he casts Meteor, and possibly destroying Jenova once and for all. But this also allows Sephiroth to change his plans as well. Sephiroth's ultimate goal is to become a god, to destroy everything. When it all returns to the livestream, he will take it over and ascend to godhood. However, in the original storyline, it doesn't pan out that way thanks to Aerith. In my previous theory video, I mentioned how I believe Sephiroth traveled through the livestream from Advent Children in order to reach the remake. In his time in the livestream, it's likely he has gained more knowledge through it just like he did after the Nibelheim incident, enough time to revise his plan. During the party's confrontation with Sephiroth before the final battle, Aerith stops to tell Sephiroth that he is wrong.
And you're wrong.
Sephiroth gives no reaction and continues to speak, as if he's only directing it towards Cloud. He pauses to smirk and continues as if Aerith isn't even there.
Everything about you is wrong.
Sephiroth isn't the type of guy to shy away from anyone, he isn't afraid. So why is he playing off like Aerith isn't even there? When you get called out, you'll either crumble or stand tall. In Sephiroth's case, he is standing tall, and is confident in the words that he is choosing to say in this very moment. This was the moment I realized Sephiroth is revealing his new plan to us, as he doesn't have to worry about Aerith anymore. He has someone else in mind, someone who can be easily manipulated. Cloud. During the end of the remake, when Cloud and Sephiroth are standing at the edge of creation, I noticed how calm Sephiroth was. Keep in mind, the last encounter he had with Cloud was an angry one. During their battle in Advent Children, Sephiroth was determined to make Cloud suffer in their fight. In the remake, however, Sephiroth was barely trying. He even offered a hand to Cloud as he wants to defy destiny with him.
Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
Sephiroth lets his demeanor drop here and reveals that he wants Cloud with him in his plan. I strongly believe Sephiroth is testing Cloud, to not only see if he's vulnerable enough, but to see if Cloud knows anything about the future events like he does. Since Cloud responds strongly against him, it gives him the indicator he still has work to do. Throughout this game, Cloud's mind is completely fractured, and he can't exactly remember who he is or certain events that happened before the Final Fantasy game. Unfortunately, Cloud was a part of Professor Hojo's experiment known as the reunion theory after the Nibelheim incident. The reunion theory is a scientific theory of how Jenova's cells that are separated will reunite to the main body while influencing the minds of the ones they inhabited in. Each time Cloud encounters Sephiroth, he would start to lose control over his body. We see this in chapter 17. The closer Cloud got to Jenova's body, the more he felt compelled to go towards it and Sephiroth against his will. Sephiroth knows Cloud will defeat him in the end. Even without the help of Aerith, Cloud has proven himself to be extremely powerful when things get desperate. We see that when he saves Tifa and Zack during the Nibelheim incident, the events of the original Final Fantasy VII game, and during Advent Children. You want someone like Cloud on your side, someone who can fight and has the potential to be a powerhouse. If Sephiroth is successful in controlling his mind, he wouldn't have to worry about anyone bothering him. Cloud will just be there to stand in their way. He could easily bring down Meteor, as the party will struggle to take out one of their own, their friend. There is only one person who will be able to save Cloud's mind, and that's Tifa. After Ultimate Weapon attacks Midel, Cloud and Tifa fall into the livestream and end up in Cloud's subconscious. This is where Tifa meets the real Cloud and realizes that Cloud's mind is completely fractured. Tifa then helps Cloud find his real self as they go through all of his memories. When they reach the Nibelheim incident, they both find the truth of what happened that day. Cloud then remembers who he is, and his mind is finally cured. He can then fight against Sephiroth and the feeling of being controlled. There are so many unknowns about the livestream, and since I believe Sephiroth traveled through it from Advent Children to get to Remake, it makes me think that he probably had a chance to look over the original timeline of the original game to understand where he went wrong. Like I said earlier, the developers plan to keep the major plot points the same, meaning Aerith will most likely still be killed, but other deaths may happen. With Sephiroth's implication during the Edge of Creation, I strongly believe he plans to murder Tifa in order to control Cloud completely. In Chapter 16, when Cloud and the party break into Shinra HQ building to save Aerith, they go through a tour in the VR film. As the film ends, it glitches, and Cloud sees Midgar on fire as the meteor comes crashing down. Sephiroth then appears and kills Tifa and Barret in front of him. Sephiroth has already made an attempt on Barret's life during Chapter 17. Luckily, the Arbiters of Fate were there to keep him safe.
This death was not the one ordained for you by fate.
Now with them out of the picture, Tifa's death may actually become a reality as Cloud saw it in that vision. So what about Aerith? If he isn't afraid of her at the end of the remake, then I believe he knows exactly how to take her out earlier than intended. In the original game, Aerith's death occurs when she's praying at the Temple of the Ancients. When Cloud approaches her, Sephiroth attempts to control his mind again. Luckily, Cloud was able to resist. Unfortunately, this is where Sephiroth decides to kill her, but he was too late as she had already casted Holy. Sephiroth's attempt on Tifa's life would have to happen before they reach the temple, in order to fully have Cloud's mind taken over. Going back to the visions of Cloud he had in the VR room, this could be a clue as to when he plans to strike Tifa, as Cloud and the others learn about the Black Materia and Sephiroth's plan for calling Meteor in the Temple of Ancients. As the temple transforms into Black Materia, Cloud's mind is taken over by Sephiroth. At this time, Aerith was the one who attempted to stop Cloud from doing this, but is attacked by Cloud in the process. This could be the key opportunity Sephiroth saw in his time in the livestream. If he is able to kill Tifa before this breakdown, then no one can stop him from controlling Cloud fully. This opportunity will also allow him to kill off Aerith earlier than he originally did, killing her before she could even pray for Holy in the temple. If Sephiroth's new plan comes true, then he will successfully defy destiny with Cloud. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this theory on Sephiroth. I am very excited to see where part 2 of the remake will go, because there's a lot of unknowns still, and this is something that I've been thinking about for a very long time, because, you know, Sephiroth is the kind of character you don't want to mess with, and I have no idea how dangerous he's going to be this time around since he has knowledge of future timelines. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I would love to hear your own theories about Sephiroth and part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I know there's a lot of theories going on out there, and there's a lot of crazy stuff that we haven't, you know, even thought of just yet. Big thank you to VII for sponsoring this video. If you guys are interested in using their service, please check out the link in the description so you can get 1,000 yen for your new account on VII. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!